Apex Legends Season 25 launched about 2 weeks ago now, and you guys are probably wondering where all the Apex Legends content really is. I have not really uploaded like any long-form Apex Legends content for pretty much almost since I think like Season 23 now, and we are on Season 25, so have not really uploaded much Apex stuff apart from a few YouTube shorts, and we're going to kind of be talking about the state of the game and kind of the future of Apex Legends, especially on this channel, and kind of why I haven't really been uploading much content for the game, and even like streaming the game. I haven't really even streamed that much Apex Legends, especially towards the end of Season 24, and we're going to kind of talk about why I've kind of just fallen away from the game and kind of the future, at least for the channel, and kind of the state of the game that the game is currently in, and what they really need to do to like kind of rectify the game going forward and shit they need to really do. If you guys don't really like these videos that there's not really going to be too much going on, it's going to be more of like a discussion / type rant type video. There's a lot of shit I kind of want to talk about, and this is a video I've been kind of putting together for quite a while already, because I haven't really been making much content for Apex, especially these last 2 to 3 seasons now, and I'm at the point where I just don't want to make anything for the game anymore. I'm at the point where I'm kind of just done with Apex Legends. I'm kind of at least temporarily going to move on, and nothing with the game really seems to change. I've fallen out of love for the game, I really have. Apex Legends is no longer the game I used to play, and it's especially evident with these last 2 seasons, especially from like Season 22 all the way up until Season 25. These last few seasons have just been god-awful and kind of just make me don't really even want to make content for the game, let alone even play the game on my own time, even as much as I used to. So we're going to kind of be talking about the game, kind of the current state of the game, and that type of thing. So I'm going to kind of break this video down into like specific parts, talking about like specific things. Not going to be too much on screen. If you guys want to listen to the video and just tab out, that'd be great. At the very least, leave a like, subscribe, share the video if you are new. That really helps the channel. If you just don't want to sit for the entire video, it's going to be kind of a long video. There's a lot I want to talk about. So as for Apex Legends content, I think this video is probably going to be my last like long form Apex Legends video, at least for the foreseeable future. I'm going to be still streaming the game once in a while, kind of mainly just checking out whatever's new, and once in a while maybe just stream if I have a few people to play with on stream, and then making YouTube shorts once in a while for the game. When it comes to long form content though, whether it's like tier lists or like patch notes videos or anything like that, major plans for that type of stuff, I'm not going to be making any more like long form type of videos or content for the game, at least going forward, until some of the stuff with the game actually changes. So I think the major problem with Apex is like it's no longer a casual game. They just don't add enough to the game. The main issue with Apex is it just strayed away from what it really was. It's no longer a casual game, y'all. The main thing that I've been really frustrated with the game, at least recently, especially these last few seasons, from like Season 20, you can even argue maybe even like Season 2021, that's when it really started. Even earlier than that, maybe. But especially from like Season 22 onward, is the game just being changed to cater to the fucking sweats and the pro players and the people that just sit online and will play the game nonstop, and especially the people that just sit and spend money on the game. If you're somebody that sits and plays the game nonstop, you're going to more than likely be spending a lot of money on the game, and that's kind of what the game is kind of being catered towards. It's really evident with stuff like the shit they've been doing, especially these past 2 seasons. For last season, we had the change to TTK. They buffed all the damage on the weapons. They got rid of some of the shields, and so now you only go up to a purple shield instead of a red shield, and that's only in the care package with a specific item. They got rid of the helmets, which you can only get in the care package now. So they buffed all the damage, and they made it so, like, especially your casual players, it's mainly a buff to a lot of people that were already really good at the game. Maybe your lower tier players is a lot better, but all it really does is just make it so that if you don't know what you're doing or you make any simple mistake, you cannot even fight anymore. You just get instantly shredded. If anything, the TTK changes are one of the biggest things that kind of ruined the game, especially for me, that needed to be changed with Season 25, and it never got reverted. It's probably one of the worst changes of all time for the game, at least in my honest opinion. The the changes to the time to kill just pretty much fucking ruined the game, especially for last season. That was one of the major nails in the coffin, especially for me. I'm somebody that likes to actually fight in the game. I actually don't want to have to sit and ape somebody and ape an entire team and then like try to kill them in less than like 2 seconds to try to survive. I'm somebody that tries to play as like more of a slow to like medium pace and kind of have medium to long drawn out fights, and being able to slowly outplay my opponents that I'm going against or I'm fighting at the time. With the TTK stuff, you make one wrong thing, or if you get third partied, or if you get caught out in the open, or you get shit on by somebody, you just instantly die. There's just no leeway for anything at all. You just die too fucking easily. There's just not enough reaction time is the main thing. It is not fun getting fucking shredded in less than 2 seconds and then wondering how you died. And then you're like, oh wow, I got shredded from behind because somebody's looking at me from halfway across the map and I'm getting third partied. I wish I would have knew that. I died now because of it. There's no way to really fucking react. That's just the main problem. I fucking hate that. I'm sure it's the same thing with a lot of other people. You could say it's just because I'm a bad player, or it's because I'm garbage, whatever it may be. Any excuse you want to throw my way, whatever. I don't give a fuck. But the TTK change is one of the main things that made me kind of really not want to play the game. I don't know how it is. It's so frustrating dropping into a game and then doing really well, and then you finally go against a team and you die to some fucking bullshit, or you walk by somebody camping and you get fucking shredded in one clip, and then you die after doing really well the entire game or dying to something stupid. Which before that you'd actually take a lot of damage, but you'd actually be able to react before you get downed or get killed. So I don't know. That's just one of the main things. There's just no meaningful content for the game either. Like, where is the content for the game is what I'm wondering. We are on Season 25. Where the fuck is the content for this fucking game? It is another problem, especially with Season 25. There is no new maps. The newest maps we got were Broken Moon, which is probably the worst map of all time. Yeah, I fucking dread going on that map, and every time that is in rotation, or it's in the game, it makes me not want to play. And then we got E District like 2 or 3 seasons ago, which is an okay map. I just think it's poorly optimized, and it is more of a third-party heavy type map where you just hear gunfire and everybody just runs towards it. So I don't know. You can say it's kind of like King's Canyon, but if anything, I think King's Canyon is probably the more fun map in the game. Probably the funnest map, at least for me. The 2 new maps we've gotten recently, one of them's fucking dog shit awful, and the other one is mid at best. And it runs like shit, too. I don't know if it's just because I play on Switch, but the map runs like absolute shit. And I know there's a few other people that don't even play on Switch, and they say the map also runs like shit. I don't know if the map's just not optimized or it was just rushed. I don't know what it is, but it feels like a lot of the time the map is just really laggy, and you get a lot of bad performance issues on E District. I know I'm not the only one. Like I said, I play the game currently on the Switch 1 currently. Probably when you guys are seeing this. So, I don't know. I don't have that problem on like any other map, so I'm assuming the map is just poorly optimized for, and it was just rushed and kind of slopped out. Like, where is the fucking new weapons too? Like, where are the new weapons? I think what was the last new weapon we got was the Nemesis, I think it was, and then we got the Mozambique, the Akimbo Mozambique and the Akimbo P2020s. Like, where the fuck is the new weapons? There's no new weapons either. Like, I don't know how they can go so many seasons in a row without releasing any new weapons, which is one of the main things. And then especially interesting legends. The only shit every new season, especially these last 2 or 3 seasons that we've gotten that's actually new, is a new battle pass with more ways just to buy skins and spend money on the game. And just a bunch more ways to spend money on the game. Whether it's universal heirlooms, collection milestone events that require you to roll a random pack thing without even being able to spend crafting materials to get the prestige skin or whatever it may be. And then even with this update, the main new thing they actually gave us was a way to go into the legend shop or the legend menu and actually buy past skins for every single legend. That was the main new thing we got for Season 25. Another way to give Respawn more of our money. There's just nothing new with each season. Like, that's another main problem, too. The game just lacks content. It's just being fucking milked dry by EA and Respawn. They're just fucking milking this shit dry and they don't want to give us anything. I don't know how people can get excited for a new season when the only thing we really get and the most substantial thing we get is a new way to buy skins from the fucking Legend menu. That is the biggest change we got for Season 25. Another thing we actually got as well is arenas returning for Season 25. I don't know, maybe you guys are excited for arenas. A lot of you guys haven't even been playing the game when arenas was originally in the game before it got removed the first time. I think they removed it at like Season 11 or Season 12. I forgot. You guys can probably let me know in the comments down below. But they brought arenas back. It's back as an LTM, and they're planning on bringing it into the game as like a main mode down the line yet again. I think arenas, the reason why they originally took it out of the game is because it had no matchmaking. And those of you guys that are playing arenas, you guys probably know, at least from what I've been hearing, the people that actually have been playing the LTM, you pretty much know which team's going to win after the first round, and it's pretty much just a waste of time. There's still a problem with people just leaving mid-match, and the match is just being completely one-sided, or there's still a problem with the matchmaking queue times, just like the old arenas, which is one of the main reasons why they took it out of the game. It just had no matchmaking and the queue times are too long, and they just didn't want to actually balance arenas anymore. I think them wasting time bringing arenas back instead of using that dev time for something else for this season was just a major fail, major flop. It's another thing that kind of didn't really add anything all to Season 25. Just another thing on top of a bunch of other stuff that doesn't really mean anything. Just more easy to bring content into the game that was already a thing, so they don't actually have to develop it from scratch. So they can just take already what they had and just move it and update it a little bit so they don't have to actually waste too much time on it. And then they can say they added a new piece of content to the game. That's all it really was. AKA they brought arenas back because they're fucking lazy and they don't want to actually give us new content. That's the main reason why arenas is back as an LCM. And probably going to be brought back as a main game mode in the near future. There you go. If I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, I think the actual last season where Apex Legends peaked was Season 17. I think that was the last season where everything about the game was in a really good spot, and the game was genuinely fun. It seems like after Season 17, the game took a fucking shit, and then it slowly started to spin down the toilet, and then we're at Season 25, and the game just fucking sucks ass. So, at least for me, that was, I think, when the game peaked. Some people are going to say that the game was still great at, Season 20, whatever. I don't. Another major issue is just nothing gets fixed. What do we keep getting every new season? We keep getting bullshit and more ways to spend money on the game, and then they keep expecting us to spend money on the game, but they never actually fix anything. The matchmaking for pubs fucking sucks ass. They say they fixed the matchmaking for ranked in pubs for this season again as well. I don't know what they did because I never read the long dev blog or the bunch of bullshit they want to spew about the matchmaking, but I never read it. All you guys need to know is the matchmaking for pubs and ranked was not fixed. It still fucking sucks, especially with ranked. It is god-awful, which I'll talk about a little bit more later on in the video. It fucking sucks. Nothing gets fixed with the matchmaking. The servers fucking suck ass. If you guys want proof of that, I actually have a YouTube short taken from a stream about a week or two ago where the servers took a fucking dump in one of my ranked games and I could barely do anything for the first start of the match. Go check that out at the end of the video if you guys don't believe me. That is a common occurrence like every other game. The servers are on fire, you'll be lagging, you'll actually be warping around the fucking map. I just don't understand. Why are we still playing on servers that are from fucking 2010? Why don't they take some of the money that they are making from all the skins and all the cosmetics that they keep trying to make us buy every fucking season, and then they reinvest that money into the game to make it actually playable? I just don't know. Nothing gets fixed and nothing ever gets changed. The only shit we get is more ways to spend money on the game and more ways to give them money, but nothing actually ever gets updated and actually fixed. I don't know, that's another major problem. You guys probably have a bunch of other experiences too that you guys probably listen in the comments. I know I'm not the only one. It's a buggy fucking mess too. There was a bug with Revenant. this season where they had to disable Revenant because people were exploiting a bug that was in the game on release for this season, to where if you like pop his ult a certain way and you use his ult like at a certain time, you would actually become invulnerable to damage the entirety of the rest of the match. So people were exploiting that, going into ranked and using Revenant and doing that exploit and being unkillable in ranked and ranking up that way. That is just how fucking, like, one example of how fucking broken the game is. How do you not go into playtesting, and how do you not know that exists when the new season fucking drops? I don't know, and you have people exploiting it. Yeah, granted, a lot of those people got their accounts suspended or even banned, but, like, why is it a thing to begin with? Why is it even a problem to begin with? That shouldn't even be a problem. That should be something that should have been not even got through playtesting, which I don't even think they do. Do they even playtest their own content? I don't know. Apart from having some of the like content creators play it early on like an early patch before it releases. Apart from that, I don't even think they do. Another thing is the pro play. I think actually the Apex Legends ALGS is actually killing the game slowly. It really is. Especially more recently. All the pro players do is fucking bitch and complain about the game. None of them have anything nice to say about the game ever. It's always just about them. They don't care about anybody else. The Apex Legends pro play needs to be discontinued. That is another major thing that needs to be changed. The ALGS and whatever else they have going on with pro play, it needs to be terminated. It is actively killing the fucking game, especially for your casual players, when they have to fucking cater to the pro players and actually build the game around them first and foremost, and you're never going to make them happy, no matter what you do, and no matter how good the game is balanced for the pro players, they're never going to fucking be happy. The only way to solve that is if they play on separate patches, like an entire separate patch for the ALGS or whatever tournaments or whatever shit they're doing for pro play. That is the only way to solve that, and they don't want to do that because it'll take too much work. So they gotta play on the same patch everybody else is playing, which is actively ruining the game for all your casual players, which are the ones that are going to be giving the game most of the money and playing the game the most. You are actively driving away your casual players by catering to the fucking pro players. Even more so, especially these past few seasons. Don't even get me started on some of the shit they've gotten taken out of the game over the years, like the gold knockdown shield with the self-res, the gold backpack. I can go on and on about the shit that the pro players fucking ruined over the last 2 to 3 years. Get rid of pro play. Pro play for Apex Legends fucking sucks. I don't watch it. I don't know anybody that does watch it. If you do watch it, you're a fucking loser. You're wasting your time. I don't think there's one person that goes and watches pro play and says, yeah, I gotta go download this fucking game and I gotta hop in right now and start playing. This game looks cool. You're gonna have Imperial Hal or some of these other fucking millionaire, trillionaire fucking pro players go on X or go on social media and bitch and complain how bad the game is, and then they need to do this, they need to change this, and then they go and do it and they fucking ruin the game for everybody else. Or they keep on complaining and then nothing changes anyways, and it doesn't even matter in the end. Whatever. They're gonna make their money anyways, the pro players. Like, a lot of them are already loaded anyways. They're just fucking egotistical maniacs. 99.9% of the pro players in the LGS, I wouldn't be surprised if a bunch of them are also even cheaters. I would not even be surprised. A lot of them are probably cheating and they just don't know. I would not be surprised. If there was a mass outing of a bunch of cheaters from ALGS in like the next month or two, if that were to happen, I would not be shocked at all. A lot of them are probably cheating. I wouldn't be surprised. And then the ones that are still there, if that is not the case, they're all just a bunch of egotistical maniacs. That's all the pro players. 99.9% of them. They only care about themselves. They don't give a fuck about anybody else that plays the game. If the game's not fun for them or if the game is not good for them, they don't give a fuck about anybody else. It's me, take from the pro play, take from the game, never give back, never care about anybody else. Pro play needs to be gone. Get it out of the fucking game, eliminate pro play. It's another thing that's actively fucking killing the game. It's been getting worse and worse, especially these last 2 years. It's fucking awful. Another major problem with the game currently is the legend meta. Ever since they changed the time to kill, the main way to actually play the game and the main thing everybody runs is just hypermobility characters. The main playstyle ever since that change is you crack one person's shield, and as your team has like a bunch of hypermobility characters, Ash, Sparrow, Pathfinder, Horizon, like all the mobility characters, Octane, Revenant, etc., you crack one person's shield, or like you get somebody close to being killed, and within like 2 seconds you just fucking run at them and you try to wipe them in less than 30 seconds. It is more prominent than ever, especially since GTK changes, and it is fucking insufferable to play against. I don't know anybody that enjoys being ran down and can barely play the game. They poke their fucking head out behind a wall for less than a second. They almost get one-shotted, and then before you know it, they have an entire team on them, and their entire team's getting wiped in less than 10 seconds. It is the worst fucking shit ever, especially as a casual player, being more of like an average player. Maybe it's fun for your sweaty pro players or your high-tier no-life players, just play the game 24/7. But if I'm playing the game, I want to have like a slower to medium pace fight where I can actually react and actually try to outplay my opponents if I'm fighting them, at least until a third party shows up. If that's the case, that's our own fault for fighting too long, but at the very least, that's what it should usually be. There should be no reason that somebody gets their fucking shield cracked, and then you have an entire team on fucking diving you in less than 2 seconds, and your entire team gets wiped in like 3 seconds before you're able to even fucking react most of the time. It is so fucking awful. It's another one of the reasons why I just don't like playing the game anymore, because people just take it too fucking seriously. You're gonna get... The matchmaking already sucks, which is another issue that kind of goes on top of this. You'll get fucking losers on your team, and you'll be trying to fight, and then you'll run into your no-life or duo or trio in pubs or ranked, and you'll have somebody on your team that gets their shield cracked or gets almost one-shotted because they poke their head out from behind a wall in like a medium range fight or something, and then you get the entire enemy team diving on you in less than 2 seconds, and you'll be sent back to the lobby before you even know what the fuck happened. It's kind of just a major problem. Same with the legends. Like, Ash went from being one of my favorite legends in the entire game to being probably the most broken legend of all time. If there is a legend in the game, keep in mind, y'all, at the end of Season 24, Ash had a 35% pick rate. 35% pick rate, one of the highest pick rates of all time. I don't even know if there was any other legend that was even close to as much of a pick rate as Ash had towards the end of Season 24. Like, that just goes to show, like, if you're not using Ash, if you don't have an Ash on your team, pretty much what that says is you always lose. If you don't have an Ash on your team, you cannot compete with anybody else, and you're just gonna get fucking mollywopped and lose instantly. That's pretty much what that shit says. She was one of the most balanced legends for all the time since she was released, up until she got that rework for last season. And then she was fucking busted, and she turned from being one of my favorite legends to being one of my most hated legends ever. I fucking hate Ash now. I don't even want to fucking play her because I'm just so sick of going against her every game, and she's one of the most exploitable fucking legends that just does everything. She is still by far the most picked legend in the entire game, and by far the most broken legend in the game. Even still, even for the start of Season 25. Why they do not revert any of the changes they gave her when she got reworked, or at least the majority of them, and keep like some of the smaller changes at least, but like at least revert the majority of them, is beyond me, especially when they see how much of a high pick rate she has and how she's fucking ruining the game for everybody. You want to know why they don't change her? Because the pro players love her. The no-life sweats love her. The casual players that are playing the game, though, they fucking hate Ash. Everybody that's an average tier player at the game, Ash is fucking insufferable. She's fucking brain dead. It is still at the point where if you don't have an Ash in your team for ranked in Season 25, you lose the majority of the time. Ash is a fucking must-win legend still in the game. If you don't have an Ash on your team, you're at such a disadvantage. You're just climbing up a hill that you just already have a huge deficit in because you don't have an Ash on your team, and then every other team is going to have one on their team, so you got to try to compete with some of the best mobility in the game. What are you going to do to fill that slot out? There's nothing else that really does what Ash does currently. She's fucking busted. She does it all. And then don't even get me started on the new legend Sparrow. Sparrow's another one that just fucking broken on release. Absolutely fucking busted on release. I think the major issue is, like, he's a really, at least design-wise, like, he's pretty cool, but he's another random hero that just broken on release and just fucking ruins the game for everybody with how good he is and how broken he is. He doesn't really even do anything. Like, why is Sparrow even in the game? Why is Sparrow even a character? This goes to show you, like, just the fucking lazy, half-ass, fucking slop content we've been getting. We finally get a new legend after not having a new legend for over, what was it, like, I think since season 21 or season 22, I forgot even when the last legend was. It's been forever since we haven't had a new legend. And we finally got a new legend, it's Sparrow. Some random chump thrown into the game. Like, what is the lore with Sparrow? Like, why is he even in the game? I feel like they just fucking pick Sparrow out of a fucking hat. And they're like, oh, this is a cool character. He looks cool. Let's put him into the game. Does he actually go with any of the lore or, like, any of the story going on with, like, any of the other legends in the game? No, he doesn't. Like, why is Sparrow even in the fucking game? You gotta be telling me, like, that they put Sparrow in the game, but they were originally, at least it was being leaked, that they were going to be putting Vantage's mom in the game, which actually would have had a bunch of storyline lore-wise, actually to continue the lore and actually give a reason to people to actually be invested in the new legends, which they don't do anymore. It seems like with every new legend release, they get fucking lazier and lazier, and they have literally no reason why they're even in the game, or like any reason why they tie into the story or the lore with any of the other legends or the Apex games. They're just plopped into the fucking game, and then they're broken on release, and then we're wondering why they're even here. I don't know. I don't even know why Sparrow's in the game. You're meaning to tell me you put Sparrow in the game, but Vantage's mom that would have lore and would have actually been really interesting, which was originally leaked, got bypassed for Sparrow? Does that make any sense? And another fun fact is the guy that created Sparrow, they fucking fired him. The guy that created Sparrow that was going to write all the lore and actually develop his character over the following seasons, they fired the guy one day after they revealed the legend. So the guy that was going to make all the lore and actually created Sparrow from the ground up no longer works for Respawn or EA. So now what are we going to do? We got a Sparrow in the game as a new legend that has no lore, boring as a box of fucking rocks, just like Newcastle. They're both in the same boat. Two of the most boring, bland, fucking tasteless characters we've ever gotten that have pretty much no lore. I guess Newcastle does with like Bangalore and a few other things, but Sparrow's even worse lore-wise. I don't even know what the fuck he's in the game for. Like, now we're not going to be getting anything developed because the guy that created him and that was going to develop his character and knew everything about him, that designed him, got fired from the fucking company. So now we have a legend in the game that has nobody behind him that actually is going to be developing lore or like progressing him going forward into future seasons. Makes a lot of sense. Goes to show you like that nothing really even fucking makes sense what they put into the game. As long as it's just random slop content they put into the game. If it's nothing that they can make money off of, they don't really care. Legends, they don't really make money off of, like, unless they're really popular, they can make skin money off of. But for somebody like Sparrow, people were just complaining that we had never had a legend for quite a while. Oh, we need a new legend, y'all. What are we gonna do? Something really easy. I just throw Sparrow into the game. Some random Shaolin Paladin's fucking copy fucking clone. Throw him into the game. If you guys know what I'm talking about, he's literally a fucking 2025 version of Shaolin from Paladins. I did a YouTube short on that as well. So literally the 2025 version of like Shaolin from Paladins. Cannot tell me they didn't look at Paladins and then they look at Shaolin and they looked at Sparrow and they got ideas from both of those. So I don't know. There's a few other things too, like Ballistic. Ballistic's still really broken. Like, he can be easily balanced. The main thing about him is his Whistler's really busted. But, like, they don't balance that either. That never got any nerfs. They giga buffed Alter towards the end of Season 24. She's really good now. She's being ran on, like, almost every team. Really, really, really good. Another legend that didn't need any giga buffs. They just needed to slightly buff her a little bit to make her good. And a few quality of life changes. They threw the entire fucking book at her. Now she's broken. I wouldn't say she's as broken as like Ash or like Sparrow or like one or two other heroes or legends, but she's still really fucking good. They buffed Pathfinder again, another hypermobility legend, because he's really fun to play against. Granny has a really huge hitbox, but that's the only thing that's really holding him back. Still really good. They buffed him again. Horizon's really fucking good. Like, the main thing is too is like they always buff all the legend classes. The worst class in the game right now is the controller legends. Another reason why I don't want to play is because I like playing Watson and Catalyst. My few played legends, most played legends, are Valkyrie, Ashe, which I don't play anymore since she got reworked because I can't fucking stand her, Mad Maggie, Watson, and Catalyst. So 2 of my most played legends that I usually like to play are fucking dog shit. The entire controller class are some of the worst legends in the entire game. Because every other legend class has gotten giga buffed, and especially with the hypermobility meta, if you play a fucking like lockdown building slow playstyle with any of the controller legends, you just get fucking shit on every game. The controller legends are just fucking unplayable. The game's just too quick. It's just too fucking easy to just fucking hypermobility and run down a team with like an Ashe, Sparrow duo, and then you throw like something else on there like a lifeline or like a supportive legend, or even like another hypermobility one like Octane or Horizon or Pathfinders, or even like Valkyrie for a rotation or something like that. And you just throw those onto like a trio and you just fucking run at people the entire game. You just fucking down everybody. If you're decently good, you just roll lobbies. Why would you ever play a legend like any of the controller legends, like a Caustic, a Watson, a Catalyst, a Rampart? Like, why would you play any of these when you can just fucking play Alter and like Ballistic and like Ashe and Pathfinder and all these other legends are just fucking broken, and just run it down mid and just destroy people? Like, there's just no reason to play all the control legends. It is severely fucking weak. They're some of the lowest play rate legends in the game right now, and we still haven't gotten any buffs for them, especially these last 2 seasons. You think they would have buffed the controller legends at the start of this season? I thought they would at least, and we got nothing. Another kind of reason, at least especially me, I don't want to play it, because 2 of my most played legends that I want to play are just fucking downright dog shit. You're just asking to lose if you want to play any of the controller legends right now. Unless you're cracked at like Watson or like Catalyst. Maybe Catalyst is probably the best out of all of them because she can kind of fortify really fast with like blocking the doors and stuff. But even then, like she has no mobility, so she gets shit on. Like and she has really no way to defend herself from a lot of the really broken shit currently. So kind of another oversight that they didn't really resurrect either, which they were supposed to rework this season. They did some minor changes to it. I don't even know exactly what they changed. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Nothing with ranks changed. The only thing I think actually changed with ranked is somehow the matchmaking got worse. Ranked these last 2 seasons, especially season 23, 24, and even 25 now, are some of the worst ranked I think I've ever played. You can probably be, oh, you're just a loser, bro. You're a gold platinum tier player, man. Maybe if you were diamond, you would enjoy it more. You're just a garbage player, man. I was never that good at the game. Like I'm an average player at best. I'm a gold to platinum tier player and ranked at best. My peak was season 17 and diamond, which I probably could have got to masters, but I ended up getting diamond that season. I kind of got lazy, but like I peaked at diamond. Like and that was for 1 season. I'm average usually plat or like mid to high tier gold. That's where I sit, which is usually like around your average tier players. Solo queuing ranked is fucking insufferable. It is absolutely fucking insufferable this season. I have never seen a season where ranked is somehow worse than it currently is, especially solo queuing. I don't know what it really is to it if they change the matchmaking, but as a solo queue player, every single ranked game I think I've played this season, I'm solo queuing and I'm being paired versus duos and trios. Why am I being paired versus duos and trios every fucking game if I'm solo queuing? Unless the people on my team happen to be a duo, which I don't think they are with how fucking awful they are. Every single game I got some of the worst people on my team ever, and I'm not even that good, and I'm the best one on my team most of the time. And I'm like average mid at best most of my games. And I'm somehow better than the 2 people that are on my team. If they're somehow in a duo, how can they be that bad? I don't know, so I don't think that's really the case. Like, why am I going against duos and trios every fucking game? Unless they change the matchmaking to make it that way, I don't know what the problem is. I've never went against so many duos and trios ever in ranked than I have for season 25. I don't know what they changed or what it is, but I should not be going against duos or trios as a solo queue player. It's not fair at all. It just fucking ruins the game. And then if you're not dying to duos or trios, then you're dying to cheaters and boosted accounts or a bunch of smurfs. The cheaters and the fucking smurf accounts are out of fucking control too. The people that just go into ranked and they smurf on a low tier account to boost their friends. that are like in mid tiers to boost them up, or the people that'll go just make a new account and then go through ranked on a Smurf to get like to a higher tier of ranked, like Diamond or Masters, and then they sell the account off to like a cheater, that type of shit. I've never seen so many cheaters or like boosters or Smurf accounts in ranked than I've ever seen in Season 25. It is fucking crazy. If you're not dying to duels or trios that just fucking dive on you and kill you in less than 2 seconds, meanwhile your team's trying to scramble like a chicken with their heads cut off, you got some of the worst people on your team ever, and then you're going against those type of people. You're going against the cheaters or the boosters and the Smurfs. That's what you're going against in ranked right now. That is the combo of what you're going against. How is that fun for anybody? It's not fun for me. I think another thing too with this season is, as a mid-tier silver player, I was being paired into like high-tier gold and platinum lobbies. I don't think there's any other season as well since Season 25, this current season, that I've ever been a mid-tier silver player and consistently being put into like high-tier gold and platinum tier lobbies as a mid-tier silver player. I know I'm not that good. Like, I'm not a fucking high-tier gold or like a platinum player. That's where I peak at usually. Why am I in mid-tier silver and I'm getting paired into platinum and high-tier gold lobbies as a solo queue player that's in silver? Someone please explain that to me. I know I'm okay at the game, like I'm mid. I'm not that good at the game. Why am I being paired in those high-tier lobbies? Unless the game thinks it's better than I actually am, maybe I got washed. That you could argue that as well, because as not playing the game as much, especially for Season 24, I barely played the game as much. These last few seasons, I've been playing it less and less. Maybe you can say I'm washed. I don't know. I don't think that's really the case, though, because any of the other seasons up until now, I was never mid-tier silver and being paired into high-tier gold or platinum tier lobbies every fucking game. Since that was another problem, I've never ever had that happen to me until this season. Don't know what they changed with that, but that was really awful. So not only am I solo queue, I'm going against duos and trios that are an entire tier and a half above me than where I currently am in ranked. How does that make sense and how is that fair? I have no idea. There's going to be somebody as well, oh, why don't you, if you can't solo queue, man, why don't you just play with some of your friends? I'm going to tell you that right now. All my friends don't play anymore, y'all. The game is so fucking awful that nobody that I know plays the game. Either they barely play or they play when I'm never able to play, whether I'm at work or sleeping or whatever, different time zones, or they never play the game anymore. A lot of my friends, especially these last 2 seasons, they've quit playing the game because the game's just so fucking awful. So a lot of the people that I would normally play ranked with or even like quick play, they don't even play the game anymore, and a lot of them actually have uninstalled the game. So before somebody goes into the comments and says, oh, you don't have to be solo queuing, bro. Why don't you just play with your friends in ranked? None of my friends play ranked anymore because they uninstalled the game or they don't play anymore. There you go. So I'm forced to solo queue now. Especially for this season. I barely have anybody, my friends that actually play. I have maybe 2 people that I know that play the game at least somewhat still. And that's only like 1 or 2 times, maybe 3 times a week. A lot of the times I'm not even online when they're playing, so... And one of them is an entirely different time zone, so it's kind of just coincidence if we're both online at the same time. Get that out of the way before somebody says that. All my friends quit playing because the game fucking sucks. I wonder why. That's why I'm making this fucking video too, going through with why the game fucking sucks. Another issue too is like I report people and like nobody ever gets fucking banned, especially in ranked. Like, how are you able to go into ranked and consistently throw the game, or just stand AFK or intentionally leave the fucking lobby, and abandoning the match and not get banned for it? I have no idea. There are so many people I report on like almost every fucking game, especially in ranked, and then none of them ever get banned. I don't think I've gotten a single person banned or like any type of notification. They used to send you emails to whether you got like somebody banned or like they would take action versus them. I have not got a single email in almost like a season and a half. And that's like reporting over hundreds of people, especially over the Season 24 and Season 25 so far. And not one of them, at least that I know of, has gotten any type of action against them, whether they got suspended or banned. I had some, fun fact, I had some guy in one of my ranked games. I wish I was recording this. I don't think I'd even be able to post on YouTube because I would get the the video fucking flagged down unless I would censor it. But some guy in one of my ranked games go on the voice chat and literally tell me that he wishes that I don't even know if I can say his name. You guys probably know who it is. The evil dictator that killed millions of people in World War II. It starts with an H. I don't want to say it because it might get my video demonetized or flagged. You guys know who it is. He wishes that guy would have killed the K word in the voice chat, my ancestors, so I would have never been put on to his ranked team. That is how far we're going in 2025, y'all. He's saying that shit and screaming that over the mic in one of my fucking ranked games. I report the guy and he doesn't get banned. At least as far as I know, the guy never got banned. So you're able to go into ranked saying that an evil dictator from World War II should have offed a person's entire ancestors so they were not placed, so the guy was not placed onto his own ranked team, and they don't get banned for that. But if that would be me saying that on the mic or even in like the chat, I get my entire fucking account banned. They just don't ban anybody. I think the main issue is they don't want to ban anybody anymore because the game's bleeding players, and every time they ban people, they lose money. There's one less person that'll buy skins or buy content for the game, so they don't want to ban anybody. I think that's the real issue, especially these last 2-3 seasons. Nobody ever gets fucking banned. You can go and fucking say shit into the text chat, never get banned. I got banned in like season 14 for calling myself trash in the in-game text chat. I got banned for an entire fucking week. But some of these people can go in there and go into the chat and type some of the most fucking nasty, vile shit I think I've ever seen people type into the in-game text chat and match chat for their team, and they never get fucking banned. They can go on the voice chat and say that type of shit that I just said and never get banned. Nobody gets banned anymore, y'all. If you want to go into Apex, you can go in there and you can just have a free reign, do whatever the fuck you want. They don't care. Nobody ever gets banned. You'll get away with anything now. Before people were getting banned, even me, I was getting banned for calling myself trash in the text chat, and I got banned for an entire week for it, like back in like season 14, season 15. If that would be me, though, they'd probably ban me. But anybody else can have free reign. Nobody gets banned anymore, y'all. That's also another thing that's just ruining the game. People just going into the matches and just fucking doing that type of shit. Nobody wants to play with them type of players. Why are they still allowed to play the game? I don't know. I can tell you guys why. It's because they're giving them money. They don't want to ban them because they're buying skins and they're spending money on the game. They don't want to ban those type of people. So it all comes down to the bottom dollar, y'all. That is what it really comes down to. They don't want to actually ban somebody that's going to be giving them a bunch of money. Or one less dollar if they do get banned. Let's look at Fortnite for a second, because I think Fortnite's one of those games that I've actually really switched back over to. You can probably even say like a year and a half ago, I wasn't really even playing Fortnite as much as I do now. Apex Legends being so fucking bad, especially these last like 2 or 3 seasons, has made me go back to Fortnite and realize how good of a game it actually really is. We look at Fortnite, why it's so successful. You want to know why Fortnite is so fucking successful? It's because they keep putting out banger fucking updates. Every single update they've had these last 2 to 3 years has been great. And I think another thing too is because they're always adding new stuff. You look at Apex Legends and we barely get anything for a brand new season anymore. And the shit we do get is just fucking lazy, fucking boring slop content. And then new ways to spend money on the game. That's all we really get now for updates. Every single time we get a new season for Fortnite, we're getting a brand new map. We're getting brand new weapons, POIs, new things to do on the map. Collaborations, whether it's with like events or certain events on the map or shit to buy in the shop. Even then, like a lot of this, I think that the thing that Fortnite does also really well is they'll have collaborations where you can buy like certain collaboration skins in the shop, but they'll also incorporate shit for free-to-play players by just playing the game, which Apex Legends hasn't really done that much. They've given us free packs for Season 24. They gave us like 60 or like 70 free packs for playing the game, but all those packs were probably rigged so you couldn't get any heirloom shards. At least you can't change my mind. I opened every single one of those packs, and I never got any heirloom shards out of like 80 packs or whatever it was. Maybe I was just really unlucky, whatever, but I don't think I've seen anyone get like any heirloom shards out of any of the free packs that they gave us for these last season. So I think that's another reason why Fortnite is just on fire. Like, Fortnite is a beast of its own. Like, you probably say, oh, it's not even on the same league of an Apex Legends, but like, you look at how successful it is, and like, you can even like copy some of the homework from Fortnite. It's okay to copy other successful games. It really is. If Apex needs to copy Fortnite's homework to make the game better, then by all means they really should. But they just don't. They just continue on the path of being fucking greedy fucks, and they never add it in the game. They continue to bleed players, and the game continues to go downhill as it's been for the last 4 or 5 seasons now. They also add like a bunch of new content to it. Like, what do we get for content for Apex Legends throughout a season? We get the start of the season where we get an okay amount of stuff sometimes. Even that, it's getting less and less. Especially for this season, we got a new legend. That's really about it. The new legend fucking sucks. I mean, he's broken as fuck, but like as a legend-wise, that actually adds anything to the game. He's fucking boring and like doesn't really add anything lore-wise. So he's in that aspect, he's not really a good addition to the game. He just makes people want to pull their hair out and quit playing with how broken he is, balance-wise at least. But like, Fortnite adds new shit every fucking 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, they're changing out weapons on the ground loot. They're changing out some stuff on the map. Like, whatever it may be, there's something always being changed, so there's always a reason for you to play. I think that's another thing that Apex doesn't have. Game modes, like, there's also a bunch of other game modes. Like, if you don't want to play Fortnite for like, Battle Royale, like, you can play a bunch of other modes. There's some other, like, Valorant-type mode they added. You can play Rocket Racing. There's a few other things they added. Fortnite Zero Build was another thing that really saved Fortnite. So the people that didn't want to build, they can actually play the game still, and they don't have to build. That's one of the reasons why I'm still playing the game. I hate building. Fortnite Zero Build's great. I love it. Like, that, they just don't have anything else. Like, I mean, I understand Battle Royale is the main mode that they should be focusing on for Apex, but if they don't want to focus on that for their main shit, what are they going to be doing? They're bringing back arenas. Arenas isn't going to be bringing back players. I'm sorry, it's not. Once they realize how fucking garbage it is and why it was originally deleted from the game all those seasons ago, they aren't going to want to play it anymore. There's just nothing. Like, shit for casual and competitive players. I think that's the main issue too. Like, they keep on casual catering to like one demographic of the Apex Legends player base, and they're alienating all the casual players and making them fucking jump ship to any other game. It's got another major problem. I think Fortnite's great too. Like, the game is actually fun. At least in Fortnite, if you lose in Fortnite, especially for solo queuing, I mean, there's a bunch of different modes and shit too. Like, there's duos, trios, whatever, which is another thing that Apex doesn't have. They only have duos and like squads. They don't have fucking trios half the time or anything else. Or even like, I guess they have trios, but they don't have squads like Fortnite does. Or even solos half the time. So they only have trios, which is the main thing you're forced to play. If you don't want to play with somebody, then you have to go with no fill, and then you're being paired versus an entire other trios still. So that's kind of another problem with their game. Like, if you're playing Fortnite, like, usually if I lose in Fortnite, I know it's because of me, because I fucked up. You know, like, very rarely I'll lose a game in Fortnite, or I'll die in Fortnite, and I'll be like, oh, wow, I shouldn't have died to that because it's of a fucking broken legend or some other shit that's out of my control. If I die in Fortnite, it's because, oh wow, I missed a few shots, I should have positioned better, something went wrong, whatever it may be. I didn't have the correct item, I was running the wrong loadout, whatever it is. Apex, half the time you'll fucking die and it'll be out of your control. Like, wow, okay. I got melted in 2 seconds before I was able to react because there's a third party shooting at us, and I had no audio for footsteps, so I wasn't able to hear the people that were jumping on us, and I died. That'll be like 90% of your games. And I'll be like, oh wow, I just wasted so much time. I think the other major issues too is like, it just fucking insults your time. If I'm going into Apex Legends and I'm playing the game, and I feel like I'm wasting my time, that's a bad thing. At least with Fortnite, I feel like I'm actually gaining time, or at least having time well spent playing the game. Most of the time in Apex, I feel like I'll play for an hour, and I'll get no progress, whether it's for ranked, or even like pubs. The entire hour would just be me dropping in and dying over and over to bullshit. I'll be trying to play Watson or like some of the other legends that aren't really the greatest, and then I'll be getting fucking shit on. I'll be sent back to the lobby like 10 times in the span of an hour, and I'll look back and I was like, wow, I've been playing for an hour, what have I really done? I haven't even been able to get to like the top 5, or haven't even been able to have like a substantial fight, or I'm actually able to play the game. I've just been getting dove on or dying to bullshit the entire hour. And you wonder why people don't return to Apex Legends, because it insults your time and it makes you waste your fucking time. You don't get any value out of putting time into the game anymore. Which is one thing that the game actually had back in the day. It no longer has that anymore. Maybe you'll get some time of getting like battle pass stars and like EXP here and there, but especially if you're dying that much, or like you're not really doing much in a match before you just get fucking dying to bullshit half the time, then you're still not going to be getting that many like battle pass stars or even like EXP or that type of stuff. So I don't know how that really matters either. I don't know. Overall, what you guys really need to know is probably going to be like my last, probably like over an hour Apex Legends video, but it's going to be my last long form Apex Legends video until they change the game. Until the game changes for the better, I will not be making long form video content for the game anymore. The only thing I will be doing is making shorts for the game once in a while, and then I'll stream the game like once every month or two. Whenever they add something new, or whenever they add something where I feel like playing the game for whatever reason, which I don't think I will be, especially with a lot of other newer stuff that's going to be releasing here over the next month or two. So, kind of all you guys need to know. Last long-form Apex Legends video I'm going to be doing until the game changes for the better. When that may be, I don't know, but the game fucking sucks. I'm done. I do not want to play the game that much anymore. I barely play anymore, if I'm being real with you guys. Especially on my own time, I barely play. And half the time, if I do go on and play it, I feel like I'm just wasting my time. I'll be playing for 45 minutes. I'll be like, yeah, well, I could have spent 45 minutes playing Warframe or Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, battling on the ranked ladder, getting progress. Playing Warframe, farming, actually getting progress for your time, getting value out of your time. What do you get for Apex Legends? Dumping 45 minutes, hour intervals into the game. Nothing really. Well, let me know what you think of the state of Apex Legends Season 25 in the comments down below. How have you guys been enjoying this season? Do you guys still play the game? Do you guys have the game uninstalled? If you do, I don't blame you. I know a lot of people that have uninstalled the game or barely play anymore. What do you guys think of the current state of Apex Legends, especially these last few seasons? Let me know in the comments down below. Apologize, this is an incredibly long video, but a lot of shit I want to talk about, so had to get this off my chest. It's a lot of shit that's been brewing, especially for since Season 23 already. A lot of this shit's been brewing. It's been just going downhill, and I've had enough. So I think it's time to call it how it is, and call it the way it is. Go move on to something else that's actually worth my time. And then we'll see how this shit goes, and if they can actually resurrect and revive the game and make it change into the better, especially over the rest of 2025, maybe into 2026, or it'll still keep on going down the shitter. I don't know. Knowing Respawn, it's going to be a greedy money fest. They're going to milk the fuck out of this game, and it's going to somehow get worse than it already is. We thought Season 23 and 24 were really bad. They actually outdid themselves with how fucking awful the game was. With those two seasons, with Season 25. It is somehow worse than Season 23 and Season 24. And Season 24 especially was fucking ruined by Ash, the TTK changes, and a bunch of other fucking garbage bullshit that still has not been fixed or changed at all, at least the majority of it. So, at least, round of applause, they actually outdid themselves. They somehow made a worse season, they somehow made the game worse. Yet again, for a new season, they outdid themselves for Season 24 and going into Season 25. So, if that was their goal, they succeeded. They lost a long-time player, and I have almost 3,000, over 3,500 hours in the game, I think. So, I'm not saying I'm done playing the game. Don't get it twisted, but at least as of right now, I'm going to kind of be stepping back from the game, at least content-wise. Especially playing the game on my own time. Not going to be playing as much. I'll be putting my time into other stuff that actually matters. So, apart from that, I'm going to get out of here. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching.